here.
We're back. Tiffany, unrelated, how do you feel about New Year's resolutions? Just thought.
Are we going back to that again? They're garbage. They can suck it. And yeah.
I want to say, those of you who are here, that's my favorite episode we recorded, and I actually would probably re-listen to that one a few times. It's my favorite episode we've done. So Tiffany was saying that she was going to try to be more positive before we started, but I was like, nah, that's not necessary. It's too much fun. Thank you all for being here. So, while we are a trauma podcast by two counselors, we want to talk about momentum with change. Because, oh my Lord, there's going to be, I don't know, by the time this is coming out, Tiffany, like we're in the middle of all this, people trying to have these resolutions. Like there's so much media and social media and news articles and podcasts and all these things. And so, we know it's a very crowded space talking
Mhm.
about this. So we want to just offer some encouragement of how to build off of this and then maybe how to bounce back if you've had a setback or maybe not the progress you would think you would have made by now. So go ahead, Tiffany, if you have something.
I do not have anything. I don't have anything. Run with it.
You love New Year's resolutions. Oh, Tiffany's mic is cut out. So she actually is saying right now she loves New Year's resolutions and she really doesn't know where that came from. So that's what she said on the mic. You just can't hear it.
It was all misunderstanding.
All just a big misunderstanding. So no, but we just want to talk about like, changes. Like we talked about smart articles last time and ways to go, but just giving yourself grace. Like, if you gave something your best and your best is like, hey, I meant to get to the gym. I had my backpacks. I set up daycare for kids or childcare and they got sick or you got sick or, oh, okay, like big work project, end of day. Like you can't control everything. So I would just say making sure you're being kind when you're looking at your week. Uh, Influencers are popular because they really portray usually a piece of life that's not sustainable for so many people. I mean, I think about uh, some of these influencers where they do all these crazy pranks or elaborate things. Like they have the time to do that because that is their full-time job. Like, like they're spending time. They may even have a team of people to do things. It's not just themselves.
I want
Like
a
that
team of
is
people
not.
to do things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like ruin the image of it for people. I think sometimes when people know how something's made, it makes it less enjoyable. So I don't want to say it's not hard. Like they're working very hard, but it's like I think influencers, it looks effortless. Like you don't see 60 takes, you don't see all the labor. So just your mental health, your journey, your goals for change, they're for you. If you're an influencer, listen to this, like good for you. I have nothing against you personally. It's just you're usually not in a place of portraying the reality. Now, I know that there are influencers that portray reality of parenthood and all types of things. And so, but again, like you're still choosing what you post, so you're still creating an image. You're not just putting everything out there. So I just want to encourage people, like you may not know what is real, what is not. I feel like I have a lot of folks I've worked with in my career, and they see people who make really quick change and they don't struggle with things. And, that discourages the hell out of them because they're like, well, what's wrong with me? It's like most people, when you're trying to make some of these changes, they're not easy to make. If they were easy to make, everyone would do them. So just giving yourself kindness, giving yourself grace as you're reflecting, but also like maybe have a check-in, like, hey, what worked this last few weeks? What didn't work? What are some things I could try to do better? Building some kind of check-in with yourself of how are you making some momentum. But Tiffany, if you were trying to support someone and you had advice for them of how could they keep their progress going, their momentum going for change, is there anything you'd add to this discussion?
Wait, what capacity are we supporting these people?
This is you as a counselor slash person just giving advice to someone trying to make change for keeping the change going, momentum, or bouncing back from a hardship.
Hmm. Treat yourself like you would treat your best friend. That would be my tip.
I love it. So we're going to kind of also take a moment just to speak to people who maybe it's not gone well at all, and maybe you're not even sure what progress you've made on a goal. This happens every year. So this is why and I think where Tiffany comes from of not liking New Year's resolutions is, we want sustainable change. That is what we spent a lot of time in our last episode talking about. And what we want sustainable is like if you feel worse, you feel shame, you're less likely to make change, you are less likely to be successful. So we don't want to feel it. So if you're looking back at the first 2, 3 weeks of a goal that you've been working on, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? I don't know what this would be. Um, that's okay. Like, look back. I mean, if we're talking to I mean, I don't know about you, Tiffany, but like right now as we're recording this, like everyone in my personal and professional life, they're sick. It's like flu season. People are dropping like flies. So it's like, one could be trying to go to the gym, and then if you're sick for 4 days, well, that's not, you didn't do anything bad. You weren't going to go to the gym when you're sick. It's just not going to flow. It's not going to happen.
It's not taking care of you. It's you are uh essentially when you don't stop and take care of yourself, you are unintentionally or intentionally engaging in avoidance of your own well-being.
And if you're doing avoidance of your own well-being, your well-being will get worse. So that's not too hard to figure out. But it's so much easier to martyr ourselves than it is to take care of ourselves sometimes. Now, some folks are like, oh no. But really, like it's easier to take care of the people and make that your identity. Like, I don't know, Tim, have you met the folks that like take pride in their lack of sleep? Like, oh, I sleep 40 minutes, or oh, I never sleep. I stayed up all night. I like it's like a badge of honor, and it's like, listen, if you're in the trenches of something, I fully respect that. But it's like, why are we glorifying the strut? Like it's like, whoa, like sleep is so important. It literally heals your body, it connects memories, it consolidates things, it helps you not get sick. I mean, I am on my soapbox for sleep. We all need sleep. Sleep is going to help with so many things: stress,
Mhm.
anxiety, heart disease. I mean, there's probably lots more, but I'm going to speak on what I feel comfortable speaking on.
Oh, I mean, it's a valid soapbox to be on. It's one that like I get on all the time where I talk about sleep is important. Like the other thing is you create a downward wind spiral for yourself if you like cut out your sleep. Lack of sleep increases and intensifies like any and all mental health symptoms. So if you're like cutting out sleep, you're increasing your symptoms, which then makes you like more tired, more avoidant during the day, more stressed, more cortisol, more like I feel achy and we just keep spiraling down that way and it can be not fun to claw back from.
Yeah,
Sleep is
we
essential,
just,
guys. Sleep is
it
essential.
is. And it's just, I mean, maybe I'm shaming someone right now that their goal was to sleep better, and I feel kind of bad. So maybe you're in that spot. Uh, just take a small steps forward. Like, I mean, if you shoot to sleep better, or you shoot to, have more movement, those things are not going to serve you poorly if you take a step forward with that, or you make some step in understanding what's blocking you. Um, you know, that's worth doing. Like these are changes that are worth doing. It's not something where it's like, oh my gosh, this is the worst. Or, we're trying to help ourselves, support ourselves. And so, you know, it's never too late to get back on the wagon. And, if we talk about motivational or stages of change, you know, there's that saying in substance use counseling, relapse is a part of recovery, but I'm going to change that to relapse as a part of change. Like if your stress response is to eat too much food or shop, like you're going to slip up with that. And that's how you learn. Oh, wow. Okay. I was good, but then I got 90 Black Friday emails and then it just kept the idea in my head. Or, that's how we grow. That's how we understand. So just use those setbacks to grow. You don't have to start over in the very beginning. It's not like a new save in a video game. It's just going back to a checkpoint. Honestly, it's like, okay,
Hmm.
well, I know that that one didn't work out, so let me do it this way.
Yeah.
I feel really proud of that, Tiffany. As a nerd certified person, I feel like you should appreciate that I was able to bring that
I
to
do
video
really
games and a
appreciate it.
checkpoint.
My
I
brain
was
was
really
like,
trying.
I love it.
I'm just
It
teasing.
reminds me, I don't know if you've ever, okay, you probably not, but let me not assume. But there are wonderful videos. I say wonderful. Some people might not think they're wonderful videos of Elden Ring and Dark Souls little car bots. And they're just,
Ooh.
it's just like them running and trying to attack something and dying. Them running, trying to attack something and die. Them running, spawning, running and dying. And that's what it reminds me of. And it's like 1,000 ways to like not succeed.
I mean, it just it takes that sometimes. Those kind of
Hmm.
falling forward, just not knowing what to do, and that's okay. Like I just don't think we discuss failure enough, honestly, and
Hmm.
like that a failure is a positive thing. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, that's not to go too far off here, but like when like we have failures and treatments or types of treatments, like it's not a bad thing. It helps us find what we're looking for. I think it can feel very discouraging if someone has tried six, seven, eight different types of things and that's not worked, and six, seven, eight medications and that's not maybe gotten them more like that. That I'm sure feels it, but we're trying to find the right solve for the issue or the challenge. So sometimes it does take a little bit. There's just so many different things that impact the human mind. We don't fully understand
Hmm.
everything. It's a big yawn for me. Gosh. So I just think we have to be patient with ourselves and give ourselves permission of like, okay, how do we meaningfully give grace, but also approach some of this? And so I think sometimes maybe if you're looking at this as a person who's not maybe made progress on a goal, maybe the goal's too big. Like maybe it's I want to be a better father. Like that's a great goal. I have nothing against that goal, but like what does that look like? Like what does that mean? How do you measure that? I want to be a better dad. Like do you schedule more time with your child? Do you take time for yourself to be calmer in different situations? Like like how are you measuring that?
Hmm.
Those are the things I'd maybe encourage. But I don't know, Tiffany. I think you and I have the privilege of sitting with so many people trying to change something and then seeing how it plays out.
Yeah.
What do you want to change in 2026, Tiffany?
What do I want to change? People treating their mental health like a productivity checklist.
How do you help those people?
How do I help them? I think this is such a hard question. I ain't throwing hard questions today.
I don't
um,
know. I think I'm taking it personal that you don't like New Year's resolutions, so this is my payback.
fair enough. I would help them by starting to recognize that their overall mental well-being isn't a checkbox. It's an ongoing process that, lies in their habits, their choices, and their overall choices that impact how their body functions and how their brain responds to the things that they are like processing and digesting as a result of their choices. And it's not something where you can be like, I drank a hot cocoa, check. I took a hot shower, check. I went to therapy, check. Just because you check those things off doesn't mean that you like have fantastic self-care.
It's a good answer.
Yeah.
Well, we're at that part of the show where I feel like I have more creative freedom. So Tiffany, how do you feel about a classic logic riddle?
Oh, wait. A classic what riddle?
A logic riddle.
I don't know. Nothing is coming to mind, which makes me curious if like I've ever heard of logic or
Well, here,
logic.
I have one for you.
Oh no.
Okay, Tiffany. You need to get a fox, a goose, and a bag of beans across a river. Your boat can carry you plus one item. There are rules. If left alone, the fox eats the goose. If left alone, the goose eats the bag of beans. How do you get everything across safely?
There's no limitations on how I can do this.
Other than you have to take them on the boat back and forth. Like you can transport them in the boat, and they're all on one side at the start.
So like my thought is can you only take one at a time?
One at a time.
One at a time. Are we trying to like rationalize something that is just irrational?
There is a path to getting them all over in a safe manner.
So can we take the beans over,
You
take the
can take the
goose, take the goose over, bring the beans back? Well, no, we don't want to bring the beans. There's something where someone has to go over and we bring something back.
well done. Yes,
But
you're
I'm not
correct.
sure. My brain, without like drawing it out on a piece of paper, my brain's like, I'm not sure the order of which this should happen.
So, do you want any assistance?
I feel like getting assist. You know what? I'm gonna ask for assistance because asking for help's not a cop out when my brain is needing a little bit of a help.
Okay, so your step one is to take the goose across.
Mm-hmm. Wait, didn't you take the? Well, if you take the fox across and change out the goose, but then I guess you can take the beans back.
So take the goose across, come back alone, take fox across, but bring the goose back,
Mm-hmm.
then take beans across, come back alone, take goose across, and you're done.
And now the goose eats the beans and the fox eats the goose because they're all on the same side and nothing stopping.
Well, it's more the logic, but Tiffany, how did you feel getting kind of surprised like that in the middle of our normal recording? I'm pretty confident we've never done that as a soapbox episode or regular episode. So how did you
Mm-hmm.
feel being put on the spot with that obstacle when you're trying to just record our show?
Um, I'm so scatterbrained and like absent-minded that like for me it's just like, oh, okay, this is just part of the show.
So for me, doing that, I was trying to maybe just in this live way, like we're trying to do something, random thing comes in the way, and like how do you deal with that? So, like that's just what I think life is right now for a lot of people listening, is that they're trying to work on something, extra financial distress, or kids need this, or that, like there's just these things that pop up, and so how do we deal with them? So obviously, well, maybe not obviously, for some of us, I think this would feel kind of silly or lighter, but for some, this could be something much bigger, is that obstacle. So obviously we were able to answer that, solve that very quickly. But that is why I'm not trying to be too mean to Tiffany, but just something to kind of simulate. We can be trying to focus on something and something's like right in our way.
Yeah.
Tiffany, is there anything you have for this recording today that you want to add in? I just know we're kind of reflecting on change, how to sustain it, ways to bounce back.
Ways to bounce back from
Setbacks.
setbacks. I always just remind people that every hour, every minute is a new clean slate to make a different choice. So like even if you made like last minute you made a choice you're not happy with, like the next minute you have an opportunity to make a different choice to like work towards making steps forward again.
No, that's very wholesome. Well, that's all I have. I hope that if folks are listening and you're trying to hang in and figure out what's next, just keep up. Don't give up just yet. Harder to find the moment sometimes, I think, but don't give up just yet.
Why would you ever give up? Okay, stupid question, Lori.
It's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming. It's a lot. The human experience is a sticky, tangled.
It's easy to lose spirit, man. It just is.
It's true. You know, that's interesting. You bring that up, and there's not that many people that I've actually encountered this year who like seem to have any holiday like pizzazz.
Pizzazz.
Pizzazz. Yeah.
Whoa.
Cheer just seems too mm, what's the word? Assummative. I don't want to assume people. I don't want to assume or force people to feel like they have to feel cheerful. So I use pizzazz.
Okay. Pizzazz. We need more holiday pizzazz.
I'm not saying we need it. I'm just saying I've noticed there's been a lack of it this year.
Well, I think people are just, there's a lot to be worried about right now. Like, I kind of get that.
This is true. Yeah. Just thinking about all the crazy things that we've talked about, all the hard things that are happening at the end of the year. I guess the biggest thing, like to the people that are listening, to the people that need to hear it, is just making sure you're taking care of yourself. Like treating yourself. I know I said this earlier. I'm gonna like repeat myself and I'm gonna beat the dead horse. But like treating yourself as you would treat a friend and like being self-compassionate and recognizing that like it's okay to slow down and only focus on like the basic things you need to feel like you're surviving the day to day.
I'm just realizing, like, we really don't like horses here. But that's really all I was going to add to that. But I also like the wisdom you're saying.
Maybe I changed it up. Maybe we're gonna beat the dead chicken. I don't know if that works the same way. How would you?
Ooh.
My brain is like wants to sidetrack and like think about where the saying of beating a dead horse came from. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, we appreciate you guys for joining us. Be kind to yourself during the holiday season, and we will catch you in the next year. Or we're already in the next year. Are we gonna be in the next year? I don't know. We'll catch you around.